you don't retain it, so you have to do it. You have to play along. Positive p over here, negative 4 over there. We get p minus p, which is 0, and a negative 9 plus 4 makes a negative 5. That is not a true statement. Here's my other no solution. Number 9. What we're doing is we're multiplying through by a negative 1. This is our distributive property. Negative 1 times the first term and negative 1 times the 4. We have to clear our parentheses before we can do anything else with this problem. So what you would first rewrite is a negative 8 equals a negative 1x plus a negative 4. Or you might have just said minus 4. Now I can move the negative 4 over here. Negative 8 plus 4 makes for negative 4 equals a negative 1x. Now, in algebra, we don't like to have a negative solution. In other words, a negative x or a negative y or negative a. So what I would have done is multiply everything by negative 1, or you could say divide by negative 1 on both sides, and so my answer is positive 4. And then this next problem is exactly the same, except we're using a negative 4 to multiply through, giving me 12 equals negative 4 times the negative 6 makes a positive 24x. Negative 4 times the negative 3 plus 12 makes a plus 12. Our plus 12 now moves over. 12 plus negative 12 makes 0. 0 equals 24x. Punch it in your calculator to prove it's true. If you divide a 0 by 24, you get x equal 0. Again, 0 can be an answer. Alright, I know the length and the width problems kind of seem pretty new to you, or to a lot of you. What we should do, I'm just going to do these really quickly. We'll spend more time on these later. So we need to recognize that this is telling us, it's defining the length. Length is 7 more than the width. What that really said was w plus 7. The order matters. Now I can use our little 2L plus 2W formula for perimeter. And all I'm doing is I'm substituting this in place of the L. So that's why I rewrite it as 2 times W plus 7 plus 2W equals, in this case, we had 82 feet. And again, I'm going to just make this quick. W turns out to be 17 if you do this one correctly. And the key parts of the next one. Length is 8 more than 3, oh sorry, it should be a W. 3 times the width plus 8. Then I can put it into my equation. Perimeter is 112. 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. And when you work this one out, you should get W is 12, but it's asking for the length, so you would have had to plug that 12 back in here, and that would give you 44 centimeters for your length answer. Page 3, I am going to just work a couple of these. Hopefully this is not quite as hard for you as the last two. And what may help is if you write these sides, we're just combining like terms. So what if you write those sides like this? Does this help? We get a total of 8x now. And that's a negative 2 minus 3 makes negative 5. Negative 5 plus 7 makes positive 2. And that would have all been equal to 66 in this case. So you would solve it, get x equal 8. And then that's going to give you, what's the longest side, so when you put that back into each of these, you get a longest side of 29 millimeters. This one, in order to set it up properly, you say two sides have a length of 7x minus 2, and three sides have a length of 2x minus 3. Sorry, I ran out of room there. That's in parentheses. And so when you do this correctly, 67 is what the total would have been. We would have solved for x, getting x is equal to 4. Take some time if you understand all this and you can work it out and help a neighbor that does not quite get it. Make sure you do it quietly. The answer to this one, though, wants the shortest side, and that is 5 centimeters when you plug it all back in. And just, I think I'll just write the answers on this next one. All I'm doing is combining the sides, or combining like terms. Well, maybe I'll write it out real quick. You end up with 118 is equal to 9x plus 1, and that makes our sides 13, 13, 35, and I didn't even grade y'all's, I don't think, since y'all needed more time, but again, I'm not taking the grades. This is meant just for learning, because the grades were so bad. You must be able to combine like terms and solve an equation, though. Very, very, very basic algebra that we must be able to do almost all the time, easily. Alright, so seek help from somebody who gets it, or come to tutorials. Sorry I wasn't there this morning, I'm sick. Goodbye.